time we'll start with a new question. We'll start off with Matt Bemrich this time. If elected, will you continue to support the Envision 2030 RA Smith study? If so, how? And are there certain aspects of the Envision 2030 RA Smith that you would not support?
Of course I would support the Envision 2030 plan and the R.A. Smith study because I was on the council when we did these studies. I voted to authorize funds to support these studies. These studies are crucial. Without a plan, the city will not ever succeed. We could get up every day, walk out our front doors, and we all know what we got to do that day. And that's because we have a plan in our head of what our day is going to be. And those plans are what we put together in a format which is used every day in the decisions made by every single department head. The city manager should be used by the council people and all the people that you elect. They were laid out not only by just the city council and the mayor and the staff, but by many citizens that participated in these studies. So these studies are an investment in all of our futures. They're not something that 7 people decided was the future for all of us. This is a public involvement. It's an investment in our future. Do I think that we need to look at each single aspect of these studies when we're making a decision? Yes. Do they always fit? Maybe not. But that's where a good council, a mayor, and a manager will work together to say, does this fit the study? Is this the best interest of our city? Is this the best interest of our taxpayers? Do I think we will have times where we won't be able to make a decision that maybe the study recommended? Yes, because we're going to have budget constraints. We're going to have community outcry. People might not think some things are a great idea. But that's where the public involvement with the study and then later with the decisions we're making using that study is crucial. So the involvement of not just the council, the manager, and the mayor is important, but the citizen involvement in using these studies to make our decisions is very, very crucial.
Thank you, Matt. Cindy, if you're elected, will you support the Envision 2030 RA Smith? If so, how? And are there certain aspects that you do not support?
I will support it because I have supported it in the past. I think one thing to remember is the Envision 2030 plan was drafted from a lot of citizen involvement. We took citizens in the community in different groups, got their input on what they would like to see happen in our community, and that's been a kind of a compilation of that information. I think the question was on an R.A. Smith study. There's actually been 2 studies. There's been one that's been more of a target market industry study, and then there's been one that has been dealt with the Ag Industrial Center that's west of town. They're very dear to my heart because I'm involved in economic development, and these studies were kind of funneled through the Development Corporation. I think there is a lot of positive things. We're currently working on a daily basis with 70 different companies that are interested in Fort Dodge. They're in different stages of progress, but there is a lot of possibilities out there and a lot of positiveness. One of the things that I would like to see is to develop a visioning board that's kind of funneled off of the Envision 2030 plan, taking different entities within the community, the Chamber, Development Corporation, Convention and Visitors Bureaus, and also the Community Foundation and others, and have a visioning board that kind of helps funnel and helps channel those individual entities forward. Each one still has their own executive board. They have their own agendas, their own things that they need to accomplish, but I think there is some overlapping sometimes that occurs. I think we need to make sure that investor dollars that are put into those entities are well planned and that you get the most bang for your buck. I think if there was one thing that I would not support would be plans that come to the table, at the council table, that are not complete. The funding sources are not clear. There's a lot of questions on whether it does benefit the community. And those, I think, need to be questioned by the council.
Thank you, Cindy.